About a year ago, I was working on myself. I was pushing myself with social skills. I was working out. I was reading a lot. And in this time, I remember I saw this guy while I was walking during school, and I absolutely hated him. I hated him. And I could never understand why that anger came. And I would always see him, and he would always have this too masculine of a walk. Like, he would just swing his arms too much. And whenever he posed for pictures, he would have like this Andrew Tate type of pose, basically. And I would just be like, bro, who is this guy? What is wrong with him? Like, in my head, I would start making fun of him. And I would remember this one time where I said to my friend, dude, look at this clown. Look at this clown over here. And he was like, what about him? I was like, bro, can't you see it? Look how he's walking. Look how he holds his hand. My friend didn't get it. And that's when I realized that it wasn't him that I hated. It wasn't him that I wanted to make fun of. It wasn't him that I had any hostility or animosity to. It wasn't this poor guy who was just walking around with a masculine walk. It was me. I hated the nasty parts of me that showed insecurity. Because in that guy's walk, I could tell, like, this guy's not actually that masculine. He's trying too hard. And really, I saw that in myself. I wanted to be tough and disciplined and successful. But there were moments when I indulged. When I was not that guy. There was still a little part of me that was who I was before. Who was shy, who wasn't disciplined, who didn't try hard. Who just indulged in everything. That little part of me would still show up in my life sometimes. And that's what I saw in him. And that's why I hated him. You have to realize that you hate the deep parts of yourself that you don't like. But it's so much easier to, instead of look at ourselves and say, oh, I hate that part of myself, and actually really accept it and see it for what it is, we turn to other people and notice the things that are in ourselves and other people. We notice our own insecurities in other people. Because then it's easier to make fun of them. It's easier to hate them. It's easier to hate that nasty part of yourself. Because in your mind, it's like, oh, it's him, right? It's not me. I used to get mad at a lot of people for doing the stuff that I wanted to do. When I got on this journey of actually being disciplined, I stopped playing video games. And I remember my friends would still play video games, and I would get mad at them. I would say, yo, why you playing video games? That's so weird, dude. Why do you do that? And it's like, you say that because you want to be them. You want to indulge. You haven't truly accepted that there is a part of you that still wants to do that. You haven't come to terms with it and actually worked it out in yourself, and so you see it in other people and you hate them for it. Whenever you hate someone from now on, I want you to actually think, are there parts of me that are like them? Are there parts of me where I act like they act? Are there parts of me that I see myself in them? And is that why I don't like them? Is that why I hate them? When you yourself indulge and you're not completely the person that you say you are. If I said that I'm this disciplined, hardworking guy who's going to be successful, but still I want to play video games sometimes, still I indulge by scrolling sometimes, still I indulged. If I was indulging and I wasn't the person that I said I was, that is going to reflect on myself, on my self-image. And even if it's not in your conscious mind, it will destroy you. You will see that in other people and you will hate them. Is that right? Is that really right? You will have not come to terms with yourself. You have actually not worked it out within yourself. Whenever you hate another person, realize that there is something in you that you actually hate. And you need to work it out. You need to create an identity that never has a mistake where, oh, I accidentally indulged. Because if you accidentally indulge even one time, you will see yourself as a person who is inauthentic. And you will hate the people who are inauthentic, just like I did. You will hate the people who are wannabes, just like I did. If you have not completely transitioned, there is no way that you can stop a bad habit and just say, oh, I'm going to play video games for 10 minutes every day instead of, an hour. that doesn't work. You have to change your identity and go all in. You have to change completely. There is no halfways. There is no halfsies. If there is something that you need to work on, you need to go for it. You need to build that confidence within yourself. Stop trying to bring other people down. That is such a sure way to be weak forever. Only weak people pull other people down. You can't push other people down. There's nobody who pushes people down. It is only the people who are underneath that pull others down. Do never be that person. Do not be that person. I don't want you to be that person. One, it's not good for other people. Number two, other people will hate you. They won't even respect you. Number three, you will hate yourself. Because it's a consistent cycle of you telling yourself, I am not good enough. I am not good enough to actually level up. I just want to be lazy. I don't want to work. And I want to bring other people down to my level. Stop being the crab in the bucket that pulls the other crabs down when the other crabs try to get out. Be the one who's up there, who's trying to help them succeed. Stop hating other people for what you hate in yourself. Come to terms with it. Look at it and analyze it and say, how can I work on this? When I realized finally that this was actually my problem, that I hated that insecurity, I had to go all in. I had to stop indulging. I had to change my identity. I said, I am the person who will always work. And I did work. And I reaffirmed that by showing up. And I kept showing up. And I kept showing up. And I don't feel that anymore. I don't hate the people who are just trying. Because I want to help them. I want to help them now. You have to change your perspective. Every single time that you hate someone, it's not because they are someone bad. It's because you have something bad inside you that you have not learned to accept. You have not come to terms with, that you have not worked on. It's you. It's not them. I hope that this video was a little bit insightful. I would have loved to have this video back when I hated this guy, because I had no idea why I hated this guy, and I just thought that it was fun to make fun of him. But really, it was me. It was me who I had not worked on. With that, I hope that you got something from this video and that you go out and conquer.